Next is must. To show strong force and necessity, we use must. For example, I must go to the market today. To show the possibility, the strong possibility, you must be exhausted. To give an advice or strong recommendation. For example, you must see the doctor. Now, must not or may not. It is used to show prohibition, and must is a little stronger than may. For example, you mustn't use father's laptop is stronger than you may not use father's laptop. Next is need not. It shows that something is not necessary. For example, I needn't go to the supermarket. We are going to the restaurant tonight. Next is ought to. Ought to is similar to should, but ought to sounds a little less subjective. It is used to give moral advices and moral obligations. For advice, for example, you ought to drive carefully in bad weather. For moral obligations, it's like you ought to switch off the light when you leave the room. Now, shall, it is used instead of will in the first person in future. It is also used to make a suggestion. For example, shall I carry your notebooks? They look heavy. Now, should is past of shall, and it is also used for advice. For example, you should drive carefully in bad weather. For obligation, you should switch off the light when you leave the room. It depends on the way you speak it. Now, will. Will is used to express wish, request, demand, order. Remember, friends, it is less polite than would. For example, will you please shut the door? It is used to show the prediction or assumptions. For example, I think it will rain tomorrow. To show the promise, I'll stop bunking classes. For spontaneous decisions, for example, can somebody drive me to the station? I will. To show the habits, she's strange. She'll sit for hours without talking. The last one in this list is would. It is the past form of will. To show the wish or request in a more polite than will way. For example, would you shut the door, please? To express some habits in the past. For example, sometimes he would bring me some flowers.